An alley. You got me meeting somebody in an alley.
No. Oh, she's got a studio and a garage.
A garage. Oh, right. Okay, so what am I, working on her car? Am I a mechanic now?
Aaron,
Don't make this hard on yourself. Just go and do it. We'll take care of your problem.
this judge, he's crazy about her. He'll see in a whole new way if you're working with her.
I'd rather do the time.
You know, you're looking at a year on this little deal. You think you can handle that?
Wait till the thug's in there. Get a load of the big movie star.
You got this judge in your pocket, right?
No, I do not have him in my pocket. The man is a Buddhist.
So my uncle's a vegetarian, so what?
He swears by this woman. He had like 2 heart attacks and somebody told him to go see her. She taught him to meditate, and it mellowed him. He thinks she saved his life.
So is she hot? I bet she looks like a nun. Are there Buddhist nuns?
I think there are, yes.
So this nun taught this judge how to meditate.
Aaron, she's not a nun. She's an actress.
Oh, great. That's perfect. Even better. She done anything?
Some commercials.
I don't watch commercials. Who watches commercials?
Read the file I gave you.
Shakespeare in the Park, the Public Theater, New York.
Jesus. You know, looks like I'm here. Look, you take care of this assault beef. I'll take care of the arts and crafts department. I'll talk to you later.
Ciao.
Oh my God. Hold on 1 second, please.
I believe I'm booked for a session now?
You're early.
No, I'm not. I'm late. I'm never early.
45 minutes early.
Actually, 15 minutes late. Did you forget to spring forward last night? You know, daylight savings.
Fuck.
Can nuns say that?
Not a nun. Who told you I was a nun?
Aaron Redmond. Yeah, you don't look like a nun.
Rachel Brock. I'm sorry about the time thing and the profanity.
No worries. So, Rachel, anyone ever call you Raquel?
No. Can I offer you some tea?
You got anything stronger?
No.
Well, no thanks, I'll pass.
Okay, great. So, please.
Hey, is that you with the tent?
Yeah, my Uncle Jerry owns property next to Topanga State Park, so I go there sometimes to get away.
Oh, cool. So, you heard about my problem, huh?
You hit a man with a golf club.
Well, it was mostly his car. With the club, I mean. I didn't hit him with that. Well, I punched him a few times.
This was a road rage thing.
So, they tell me you're an actress.
Well, that was a while ago. Mostly I teach meditation now. Could you take off your glasses, please?
What?
Nothing. Well, I might as well say it now. I used to have the biggest crush on you. You know, seen all your films, and now you're here, and it's kind of unreal.
Not to me. Beautiful.
I saw your movie that you directed, Going Postal. It's brilliant.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, it's more than I expected. I mean, obviously, you're a good actor.
Well, surprise, surprise. You mean I actually have something to say?
No, I didn't know you could write. You know, nothing you had ever done before prepared me for that, so.
Come on, you know how this town is. You gotta do the crap they want you to do in order to do the stuff you want.
Yeah, and it's interesting. Look what you chose to do when you got the chance.
What's wrong with it?
Oh, nothing. I mean, like I said, it's brilliant, but
What?
it's an angry film.
Oh. These are angry times.
The way I understand this is that you want to learn to meditate to help you with your anger.
Oh, not exactly. See, I want to get your buddy, the judge, off my ass. Look, I respect what you do, this whole Buddhism thing, but I don't buy the meditation part. You know, I mean, I'm sure it's fine for you. I'll close my eyes. I'll hum, whatever. Just as long as you put in a good word for me. See, that's what I'm trying to say.
Okay, well, I appreciate your honesty, but the judge will want a candid assessment of how sincere you are in your efforts to overcome your problem.
I don't have a problem. It's people who don't know how to drive who have the problem.
But you're the one facing jail time.
Well, what can I say? There ain't no justice.
Well, and that's why we need to learn to face what life throws us with some equanimity, don't you think?
So just go with the flow.
Please, sit. Let's just start with this. Would you rather be happy or unhappy?
Well, obviously happy, as long as I don't have to lobotomize myself.
Well, we offer no lobotomies here, and questioning's good. You should question what I say. The Buddha said nobody should accept what he said just because he said it. You should test it, as if testing a coin to see if it's counterfeit.
Well, it's been a while since I've handled pocket change.
But not since you used your mind, I hope. Okay, so before I take you through the meditation, I want to give you a brief idea of why we meditate.
Really? Can't we just talk?
We are talking. The Buddha taught the Four Noble Truths.
Oh, I gotta take this. Yeah. Oh. No. I told him to talk to Bernie. Come on now, that's ridiculous. No. You guys just work this out between yourselves, all right? And get back to me. Sorry. Four Noble Truths.
The first noble truth. Life is full of psychic suffering. Stress, angst, unhappiness. The second noble truth. The cause of suffering is desire. It's not fleeting desire, but fixation. Clinging to or attachment to a desire for things, for people, for validation of a self-image. Third noble truth. If you end the fixations, you end the suffering. If you stop grasping for and clinging to the things you know you can't keep, all the things that cause your unhappiness will fade away. Okay, fourth noble truth. You end the fixations and the suffering by walking the Eightfold Path.
Wait, you're gonna dump 8 more things on me?
No, just one today. And that's right understanding. And basically, that's just understanding everything I just explained to you. Not so much having to be able to explain it or recite it. I mean, understanding it in your heart, in your gut. You know, knowing it at such a deep level that you must live it. And the Eightfold Path guides your steps.
I'm not gonna be able to do that until I know what it is.
But we'll get there. And so for now, I want to give you this book. It's really good. And I think we should try to meditate.
Oh, wait a sec. I got a couple questions first.
About what I just said?
Well, that, and about you.
Well, there's nothing about me you need to know.
I don't know about that. I think you're a pretty interesting girl.
No, I'm just a meditation teacher.
And you're an actress.
I'm sure you've met plenty of those.
Yeah, but not many who are gurus. Plus, you make quite an impression coming out of the shower.
Okay, well, now you're embarrassing me, so let's just move on.
Okay, boss. Okay.
Thank you. Okay, so I need you to sit up straight. Okay, and just relax your hands. Okay.
Like this?
Yeah. Okay, and close your eyes. Okay, now what I want you to do is clear clear your mind of all thoughts. Put your attention on your breath. Concentrate on the sensation of the air coming through your nose and down to your lungs. Don't force your breath, just let it come and go as it does. But pay attention to the sensation. And if any thoughts come into your mind, just note it, put it aside, and put your attention back on your breath.
You know, I'm sorry, but I can't do this.
Yes, you can. You're doing great.
Look, what good is this gonna do me?
Well, you won't know until you try. Please. Close your eyes. You can do it. Now, we want to get you to where you're right in the moment, free from thoughts of the past, of the future, any agendas. Just being here now, being at peace with this moment. No concern for any other moment. And bring your attention back to your breath. And I'm going to stop talking now and just continue. You need to close your eyes.
Mom, that is not what he meant. No, that does not mean you're fat. Okay. Yeah, no, everything's been really slow. I don't know, that's what my agent says. I know, it is what it is. I've been teaching a lot, though. No, I don't have time to. Thank you very much. Yes, I know what speed dating is, and it's not for me, so stop. Okay, I love you too. Bye, Mom.
Bernie, I told you, listen. How long have you been working in this town?
Hey, thanks for coming. Come on in.
How you doing today?
No, really, thanks. They told me you don't usually make house calls.
Yeah, well, it's a first.
Huh. Let's go in the kitchen. Hey,
Thank you.
you want some tea or coffee or something?
No, I'm okay.
Believe me, I would have come to you, but
Yeah, a little escapade. I saw that on the news.
Yeah, I shouldn't have been driving, you know. At the studio, they gave me this really obnoxious driver. He smelled like a camel. Anyway, so now I got that, plus the assault beef, so your buddy, the judge, he grounded me. Except, of course, to go to the studio to shoot. But even then, I gotta pay a cop to chaperone. I mean, it's wild.
Well, you can have guests, apparently.
Well, but I limit that to cute gurus.
This is quite a place.
It's not mine. Studio rents it for me while I'm shooting. I live in Montana. Seriously, thank you for coming. Bernie's gonna take really good care of you. You got your first check, right?
No.
Hmm? Oh, my lawyer. I mean, you gave me your raise when he hired you, right?
Well, I don't really work that way. Everything's Donna.
What do you mean?
It's an Indian word. It means gift. Usually people just give me what they feel is appropriate for me helping them.
Well, then I should have. You know, I'm out of cash right now, but I'll have Bernie send you something right away.
It's okay. It's okay. It's not my major concern.
What is your major concern?
At this moment, helping you.
Well, now that's nice, but every time I hear that, Bernie usually gets a huge invoice.
Yeah, well, not for me. I live on generosity.
And residual checks. I've had a little chance to watch TV the last couple of days. I caught you last night polishing furniture with a big orgasmic grin on your face.
Huh.
Here, sit down.
Yeah, it was fun.
Making a commercial was fun.
You get to create these little moments, you know, the happy housewife or the frustrated cook.
I haven't caught that one yet. Does it pay well?
Yeah, whatever it is, it's great.
Donna, right?
Right.
Well, you see, for me, it's a little different. The more expensive I am, the more they want me.
By those standards, I'm worthless.
Oh, come on. You keep me out of jail, darling. You're worth a fortune.
I don't need a fortune.
What do you need?
Well, in this moment, for you to focus on your mind. Because if we can get you there, you'll be free, even when you're driving with your obnoxious driver.
Right.
It's okay to be doubtful. If you get miserable enough, maybe you'll remember some of this.
Miserable? Of being locked up with a beautiful girl?
Even if you're locked in a room with what you think you want most, you're still in hell. It's the desire that causes the suffering. You know, it's the second noble truth.
Desire. That's really bad. See, I remember that.
Good. So, shall we? Okay. So, last week we talked about right understanding. The second fold is right intention. Basically, that's just turning greed into generosity, contempt into kindness, cruelty into compassion, letting go of judgments, replacing it with benevolence.
So, no judgments.
Equanimity, no aversion, but no grasping either. Letting things be exactly what they are without wanting to hold on to them, push them away, or change them.
So, essentially just being cool with whatever happens, right?
Sort of.
A happy slave, right? Stand in front of the firing squad with a big smile on your face while the bad guys, they rip you blind, they rape your women, they kill your kids. But that's all good, right?
No, there are ways of dealing with violence with compassion, but with hate, there's no room for happiness.
Okay, happiness. Now there's a subject. How about you? Are you happy?
Yes, I'm happy.
Really?
Yeah, really. I haven't always been. I have been miserable, jealous of people who got what I want or anxious about where I am in my life.
Boyfriend?
No?
Girlfriend?
No?
Horny?
None of your business.
Oh, come on, you can be honest with me. Just tell me. That's the wrench. I gotta take it. It probably won't take very long. Come on. Come Hey. Sure, of course. The hoof will heal on its own. Okay, well, just call him back and get him back out there. He'll know what to do. Listen, only call here when it's absolutely necessary, all right? Okay. Got it. So, you're not dating, huh?
Not for 3 years. You know, romance. Look, when you stop insisting on getting what you want, you'll be a lot happier.
Getting what I want makes me happy.
For a while. A little while.
You get lonely sometimes, don't you? I mean, happiness is temporary. It's all relative, right?
I'm happier than you are.
Is that so?
I'm not driving drunk or bashing cars in with golf clubs. Look, I'm no saint, I make mistakes, but life gets better when you're on this path. And if it's okay, I think the other room is better and I think we should go meditate.
What am I doing? I got stuff to do. I don't have time for this.
You're dropping your agendas.
My agendas.
Working all angles to make yourself happy is like rearranging the deck chairs on a sinking ship. It's futile, so you can do it. Just close your eyes. Now I want you to let go of anything that comes into your mind. Okay, you're gonna watch your mind, but you're gonna let go of anything that comes into it.
All right. Yeah. Well, listen, just have your publicist take care of it, huh? Listen, all I know is you said you were coming out here. Well, I don't give a rat's ass about that. Are you coming or not? Get your butt on a plane. Well, screw you then. No. I didn't mean that. No, I didn't. I just wish you would do what you say sometimes. Hey, what are you wearing? Yeah, right now. Okay.
C3383, camera mark. Action!
Can I help you?
Rachel Brock.
You can knock.
Oh, man, it's crazy out there, huh? Thanks for coming.
Yeah, it's a bit of a circus.
Yeah. And I'm the main attraction, the organ grinder's monkey, huh?
No, you're not picking up pennies from the sidewalk.
That's right. This is theft on a grand scale. I feel like one of those hedge fund guys, you know? Hey, you want something to drink? Beer? Red Bull? Fruit punch? Vodka tonic.
No, thank you.
Have a seat, wherever.
Okay, thank you.
Did you get your gift yet?
Not yet.
You didn't get it?
It's okay.
Oh, holy shit. What is wrong with those?
It's like calling them specifically to make sure
It's
that...
okay.
No, it's not. I mean, I pay these pricks a fortune to take care of shit like that. And they're supposed to do it right, and they're supposed to do it on time. God, I got the machine again.
I'm sure it's okay.
No, it's not! You drive all over town, you give up your free time, and what do you get for it, huh?
Look, I've seen your studio. It's a garage. Do you even have health insurance?
Well, I did last year. I haven't made enough to cover.
Why didn't you say something? Jesus.
Hey, dude. Hey, you know that scene 58, the street hookers scene? Yeah, listen, I got a girl for that. Yeah, she's SAG. And, listen, I want her to have some lines. You know, enough to square away her health insurance. You can do that? All right. No, don't fail me on this, dude, okay? Yeah. No, she's here. Here she is.
Hello? Sure. Okay, perfect. Thank you. Sure, he's right here. Hold on.
Dude. Good. Now, listen, I want this to happen, dog. All right. Love you, too. Easy as that.
Aaron, thank you. That was
Oh, and by the way, you're gonna get your...
Donna.
Right. You're gonna get your goddamn Donna. And tomorrow I'm gonna kill someone.
It's okay. All right, let's just sit and relax.
Well, I don't know, but usually when a woman says that to me, I'm about to get laid.
Well, not today.
Well, maybe a rain check.
Don't think so.
Really, come on.
Put it out of your mind. Feel free to call your dog back and fire me if that's part of the deal.
No way, baby. You're my guru. You gotta be in the movie. Come on.
Okay, so should we meditate? Are they gonna call for you?
Oh, no. They're gonna be setting that stuff up for hours here, but you know what? I could use your help. I mean, if just for a minute. Now, I'm all yours, okay? Here. Scene 90.
Sure. You ready?
Yeah.
I've got a few questions, Colonel.
Shoot.
How long to pump the fuel back?
4.5 hours.
And then till the killbots die?
Well, I don't know. It depends on what they do.
The kids are really scared.
I know. Look, I'll get the Jeep, I'll get our gear, I'll drive it past the tide line.
You need help?
No. This one's on me. Just make sure the kids are calm, okay? We'll get them through this.
Word perfect.
Shakespeare, it ain't.
It is what it is.
Yeah. The money they're spending on it?
Yeah, you could make 10 going postals.
Don't remind me. Makes me want to go postal myself.
How's that going? Your anger management class?
All those whining schmucks. And they all suck up to me. It just makes it worse.
So adulation, that's a negative?
Look, I just want to be me, you know? I mean, to them, I'm this brand name guy they all want their picture with. You know? There's this one guy follows me to the John all the time. It's pathetic, never stops.
And yet this is what you worked for.
It has its advantages. I'm not gonna whine.
Just go postal in people's cars.
Whatever.
I'm sorry. Okay, so we should meditate.
If you can't think of anything more fun.
Well, it's not my imagination that's lacking.
Well, what is it then?
My appetite for suffering.
The Four Noble Truths, right?
Right.
But what if you don't get all fixated? You know, I mean, what if you just give yourself a little pleasure at the moment and let it go?
Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't mean for this conversation to go this way. Which leads us, perfect segue, to right speech. Do you have that book that I gave you?
Maybe it's on the table over there.
Okay. Yeah, I don't see it.
You know what? I must have left it at the house.
Right speech.
Right speech.
Yes. The third of the Eightfold Path. Abstaining from untruthful, harsh, and abusive speech. Speech that misleads, idle talk, meaningless chatter to promote the ego, and cover anxiety.
So, you want me to stop lying and misleading?
Right.
Well, there goes my career right there. I mean, think about it. It's what we do. We stand up in front of the world and we pretend to be someone else. I mean, we lie for a living.
But the audience knows we're pretending. That's not the kind of lie I'm talking about.
What about showbiz lies? See, my agent, my manager, they coach me every day about what to say to keep my career on track.
You know when you're hurting someone with the deception?
You force right speech on Hollywood, town will go broke in a week. So I spin stories to get people to do what I want them to do, yes, but it's also what they want to do. They just don't know it yet.
That's the narcissist rationale, that you know what's best, that what's good for you is good for the world when you're the one spinning out of control.
Well, that's only when the world doesn't give me what I want.
And how likely is that? I mean, do you seriously think the universe was created to give you what you want? It's been here for 13.5 billion years and been doing fine without you, and will probably go on at least that long after you're gone. I mean, what makes your 80 or 90 years the centerpiece of the drama?
Because they're my years.
Well, each of us could say that to justify ourselves. I mean, every dictator feels that way, and look at the results.
What, so now I'm Hitler?
No, the point is that we're a part of something much bigger than ourselves. The tail shouldn't be wagging the dog, and yet that's what's going on with us most of the time. You know, we're running around saying things, doing things, creating karma, when again, it's back to the original question. Do you want to be happy? Do you?
Sure.
Okay, let's practice.
Well, I say we get naked and pretend to be dolphins.
Aaron.
Well, I hear dolphins mate for life.
Stop it.
Oh. You're no fun.
You don't know me. Close your eyes.
Just one question.
Okay?
Do you like me?
Yes, I like you. Close your eyes. Hey, are you home? Okay. All right, cool. Thank you.
Hey, Rachel. Hey.
Hi. Aaron, I got the Donna. You shouldn't have. It's too much. Yeah, it's too much.
No way. You can't pay too much for happiness. That's what you're selling, right? Let it.
It was very generous.
Well, it's less than you're worth. You're helping me. Here, sit down. Relax.
Am I? Sure you're not just trying to buy a good report to the judge?
Hey, if I was doing that, I would have doubled it.
It's more than I've made all year.
Well, that's good. Enjoy it. Right intention. Cultivate generosity. That's what you said.
Yeah, yes.
So, shut up. You deserve it. So, did the production manager call you?
Actually, I have a wardrobe thingy today. It's another thing I wanted to thank you for.
Thank me. Make me look good, you know? Give them something they didn't know they needed.
Yeah, no, I'll do my best.
I think you're gonna add a lot to that scene.
I'm very excited.
And strawberry? So, exploring your inner home. You sure you want to go there?
I did Mrs. Warren's profession in college. Thank you very much.
Well, I think they're gonna need a little more street for this.
I can do straight.
Really? All right. Let me see you do street.
I'll save it for my close-up.
That's the ranch. I gotta take that. Just, wander around and make yourself at home, okay? Hey, what's up? Well, what did Dr. Myers say? He wasn't poisoned. Right. Yeah, he always does that. So he went out there? Okay. That's where you found him. Okay. No. Yeah, you're right. We'll just find a really nice spot and bury him there. Listen, man, I gotta go, so. Okay. Yeah. Thanks.
Aaron, what happened?
Trip, my dog. I had him for 14 years. He died.
I'm so sorry.
Well, I wanted to bring him with me, but he loved my ranch in Montana so much. Besides, he was too old to travel. I never thought he'd go when I wasn't there. What?
I'm really sorry about Trip.
Yeah, well, he was just old.
Life is impermanent.
Hmm?
Impermanence, it's a big thing in Buddhism.
Yeah, well, nothing like a reminder. But if nothing else, it got us here. You seem like you regret it.
It wasn't very skillful of me.
I beg to differ. You seem really skillful. What?
I shouldn't have done this.
Oh, come on. Don't go there.
That's just inviting more suffering.
Well, I was thinking more pleasure. Suffering wasn't part of it.
It never is until it is.
Hey, I thought you wanted this as much as I did.
Then what do you think the judge would say if he could see us right now?
Oh, come on. He's seen you. He's seen me. If this is such a shock to him, I mean, the guy's pretty clueless, right?
Your lawyer wanted me to help you with your problem, not be a part of it.
You're not a problem.
But I don't see you take me seriously now.
Rachel, you're really intelligent. And you're really sincere.
But I'm full of crap with what I'm trying to teach you.
Hey, I'm just still skeptical, that's all. Hey, I'm still your student, So, teach away. Come on.
I can't do this. I'm sorry.
Hey. I'm serious. What do you got for me today? Oh, come on. You gonna make me beg?
I'll tell you, but I left my bag down at the pool, so I'm gonna just grab it really quick.
I'll go get your bag, right? I'll be right back. Please, just... Please. Okay. Here's your stuff. Clue me in.
Are you sure you want to hear this?
Yeah. Spell it out. I'm ready.
Right action, restraint from harming another being under any circumstances.
Well, I'm not exactly a pacifist, but I respect the position.
Restraint from taking what is not freely given. But part of right action is watching your impulses. What I did was impulsive.
What, so? No sex at all?
Well, generally speaking, desire causes suffering. But if you're gonna have sex, it should express sincere love. And it shouldn't hurt you, or more importantly, your partner.
You didn't harm me, and I don't think you hurt you.
How can you know? Either. You see, what I want more than any of this is to help you be happy and get some order in your life. And I've screwed that up.
I don't think so.
You want to prove it? Let's meditate. And then I'm going to leave and we're not going to mention this again.
And that's what you want. That's really what you want.
I think that's best.
Okay, I'll give that a shot. But how about one more kiss first?
I'm serious.
So am I.
Okay, so either we meditate and I leave, or I just leave.
Okay, let's meditate. After all, I mean, we got a judge to appease, right?
Don't do it for that.
Okay, I'll do it for you.
No, you don't do it for me. You do it for yourself because you're tired of suffering.
All right, whatever. Let's just do it.
Okay, you're not taking me seriously.
No, I am. Listen, Rachel, I want to be happy, okay?
All right, close your eyes.
Hi, Rachel, Judge Hamilton. Lawyer tells me today you're working with this big deal Aaron Redmond. If it's not breaking confidentiality, are you? He's up before me on a couple of matters, and I'd like to hear what you think of him. You're saying if you're taking him on. Be well. Hope I see you at the retreat in Joshua Tree. Call me. Bye.
Oh, hey. So, you need me to run lines with you?
I think I've got them. Both of them.
Oh, well, you want a soliloquy now?
No, I'm kidding. I'm very grateful.
So, if you didn't come here to read lines, I'm thinking that you look pretty sexy in that rig.
Forget it. I can't have you messing up my makeup.
Well, now, I think I can improve on it. Give you that just laid look.
No, thanks. Right livelihood.
Oh, God. Is there no end to this?
We're hoping for a total lifestyle change here.
Yeah, well, that's not gonna happen.
Is that what you want the judge to hear?
I suppose not.
Is this not doing you any good?
I don't know, man. Look, I don't even know what it is.
Meditation?
Yeah, I mean, it's just, you know, I'm sitting there doing nothing.
You need to think of your mind as a jar of creek water. Okay, and if you shake it up, it's filled with all this dirt and muck just swirling around. But if you sit it down and you let it just sit there for a while, all the dirt it settles down to the bottom, and the water becomes clear. See, that's what meditation is.
Oh, that's what my life's supposed to be? You know, clear?
And pure and happy.
And no fun.
Right, you missed the boys in the drunk tank, the thrill of being cuffed in the back of a police car with the paparazzi banging away.
Oh, okay, well, you got a point there.
And anxiety, you like that? Worrying about your career, wondering what the media's gonna say about you, worrying about your place in the pecking order?
This from someone in fishnet stockings.
I mean, I can lose these after the job. Can you lose your worries?
Ah, I have my ways.
Without creating more? See, that's what meditating is for.
Oh, do you ever stop?
No. Okay, so we have right livelihood.
Do we have to?
Yes.
No, I mean, seriously, do we have to?
Yes. Really, we have to, or I can leave.
No. Go ahead.
Okay, so we have right livelihood, which is no hunting, being a soldier, no selling weapons, soothsaying, no fraud, or...
I'm sorry. I gotta have my soothsaying. No, I can't drop that. No way.
How about hunting? You strike me as the type. Are you a Bambi killer?
I mean, it's been a while. I can't say I'd never do it again, but it's not high on my to-do list. What else you got?
Well, here's a good one for both of us. Is it right livelihood to be in movies that glorify violence?
Well, I mean, every time I kill someone in one of my movies, it shows that life is impermanent. And that's a good thing, right?
They see their hero resorting to violence.
So, are we supposed to love the villains to death?
Or reason with them.
Right. And try reasoning with evil.
There's no such thing as evil. There's just people who have been affected by causes and conditions who haven't had the benefit of a loving, patient teaching.
Tell that to Al-Qaeda.
Well, someone should, don't you think?
Hey, just give me 1 minute, okay, Pollyanna? You know, fine hooker you turned out to be. I want my money back.
I think we should meditate.
Well, I think you need some fine-ass rug burns to go along with that outfit. It would be fun.
Don't you have other conquests to make?
Well, you're not just a conquest. I like you. You know, and it hurts me that you still feel bad about it.
If your dog hadn't died...
What, you wouldn't have slept with me? Hey, we both knew from the very beginning that was going to happen. I always know.
There you go with your soothsaying.
Oh, come on now, admit it. You knew we were going to go there eventually.
No, I wanted not to.
Wanting not to do something is just as bad as wanting to do it, isn't it? I mean, they both cause suffering. I mean, what's wrong? We made love. You comforted me. I thought, what's wrong with that?
It wasn't an appropriate thing for me to do.
All right. Well, let's say for the sake of argument that you're right. Okay, so having crossed that bridge, what's the harm in, you know...
Continuing to be inappropriate? I mean, doesn't that answer itself?
What are you afraid of? That I'm going to go running to your judge friend? I mean, come on, that wouldn't be in my interest.
Exactly. You see, that's what I'm afraid of, is that you always think of your interests first.
Well, doesn't everybody?
Many do. And that's why they suffer. Don't you see? It's all about ego.
Ego.
Yeah. Ego. When I was a little girl, I had a gerbil. Okay?
Did it have an ego?
You know those clear plastic balls that they run around the house in? You see, that's what we are. We run around like crazy in these plastic balls of our ego, only seeing what's in our interests, exhausting ourselves, making ourselves miserable, and never being free until we shift our perspective and see what's outside our agendas. See, that liberates us. That's the way to happiness. And you see, that's why we meditate, so we can mentally practice to stepping outside of the ball and staying there until our mind hops back in, and we watch our mind hop back in, and then we bring our attention right back outside.
You know, you are really something.
Do you really think that's gonna lead us to happiness?
It won't for sure, unless we give it a try.
What are you proposing? So, what, you want me to be your girlfriend? I mean, don't you have a few of those stashed away somewhere?
Nothing steady.
Right, because that's how you want it. Look, I think we ought to just concentrate on the task at hand.
Well, we can do that, but, I mean, that doesn't mean that we can't do the other, does it?
Look, I tell you what, you get really good at meditating, and then we'll talk about the other.
Okay, so how long will that take?
I don't know.
Well, how long did it take you?
7 years, and I'm not even really sure I'm good at it yet.
Well, screw that.
Then what am I doing here?
You know, I'm not giving up on you.
Nor I you. Okay, so let's meditate, or I leave.
Okay.
Miss Brock, we need you on set.
Promise me you'll meditate.
Okay.
Right now.
I promise. Hey. Break a leg.
Thanks. I think.
You okay?
Of course.
I don't know, you seem a little different.
Oh, I'm fine. Okay, so what did we learn? Right effort. Developing and practicing skillful as opposed to unskillful mental states in action. Do you have any questions?
No, I'm cool.
Okay, well, if you want to reference, it's track 6. A student recorded one of my talks.
Oh, well, that's very cool. Hey, you sign it for me?
Shut up.
Come on, you might be really famous someday. You know, I'll be down and out, I'll be in a gutter, I'll need a new bottle, you know, I'll realize I got this. I could sell it on eBay, it'll save my life.
But then I will have failed.
No. It's the student who fails, not the teacher.
Did you notice what I just did?
What?
See, I said, but I will have failed. You see, that's the ego. That's all about me. By catching that, that's right effort. One of these days, I'm gonna get skillful enough not to do that.
Right, like you just did. Because you just said, one of these days, I'll get skillful enough so that I won't do that again. And that is ego.
Right.
Really, you can't say anything that doesn't come from your ego because it's you who's seeing the world. And everything that comes out of you comes out of your ego.
Except what's outside my ego.
Okay.
For example, love. Ultimate concern for another, for all others.
Well, then let's see. If you're concerned for another, that means that you have an outcome in mind, right? And that's an agenda, which is the ego.
Well, it can be, but true love, true compassion, it's equanimous.
What?
Being in a state of equanimity. Caring without an agenda, caring outside of the ego. Yeah, some things just have to be experienced.
Yeah, but what's doing the experiencing is the ego because, there ain't no one else at home, darling.
Yes. Yes, there is.
Okay, well, who?
Well, it's more of a what. It's the aware observer in us. We call it the Buddha nature. And it's part of everything that is. See, everything is connected to everything. We only exist in relation to other things. We need things to exist, and those things need things to exist. We're a part of a vast network of causes and conditions that all arise and pass away in relation to each other. But you see, the ego is a trap. It's an illusion of separation when in fact everything, including ourselves, is just one eternal continuum. That's what else is at home. And it's right effort to identify with that instead of focusing on our own agendas. All we need to do is just be open to life, just as it is.
Right. Well, tell that to the starving Africans.
Well, no, we should put every effort into ending physical suffering, but we're dealing with you now. And you're far from starving, but you're still suffering.
Says you.
Says you, with your golf club, your girlfriends, and your little ankle bracelet.
And my meditation teacher.
Oh, yeah, well, see, I don't want to be part of your suffering. So,
Well, there you go again. That's ego.
Right.
There's nothing wrong with it. Rachel, your whole thing, it's fine for some people, but some of us like the highs in life. You can't have the highs without the lows. That's the way life is.
If that's what you make it.
The thing is, what you want, I'm sorry, but it's just so damn boring.
Oh, I'm boring.
Now, there you go again. That's ego.
Screw you.
Oh, now there she is. That's what I'm talking about. There's the real woman.
So what, up to now I've been a phony? I'm not a real woman? Is that what you just said?
No, it's just that you seem to want to be like a guru or something.
Before what, your whore?
Oh, come on, I didn't pay you.
Actually, you did.
Well, come on, it wasn't like that.
When the movie star wants something, give him what he wants.
Yeah, and what do you want anyway? Wedding bells? You want to walk down the aisle? Oh, you want to write a book about how you fix me?
How do you know what I want? You don't even know me.
Well, I know you're kind of a buzzkill.
Oh, you had a little buzz going on?
Yeah, well, you pretty much killed a buzz the other night.
What, when I was dressed like a whore? Did you stop and think about how humiliating that might have been?
No, there's your ego.
You're infectious.
Wow. Hey, Rachel, wait, whoa, hold on.
Don't worry, I'm not gonna give the judge a bad rap. So you don't...
Just chill.
Chill, no. You see, this is suffering, and I don't need it.
No, it's not. It's life. Rachel.
No, just...
Hey. Oh. Hey, it's me. I got this book you left behind. Being Nobody, Going Nowhere. That's a hell of a title. What's that supposed to mean, anyway? I'm serious. I want to know. Call me, okay? Great, your machine again. Hey, listen, I wanted to tell you that, if I can find the right damn remote, okay. I've got your CD here, and, well, I'm gonna listen to it. I swear, I'm gonna listen to the whole thing. It's just that, hey, call me, please. I just need to see her.
No, you can't. Don't even think about it.
Well, the judge knows I'm working with her. He'll understand that if I'm there, I'll have her call in and tell him I'm there with her.
No way.
If you do this, I can't answer for what'll happen.
You telling me I'm gonna get busted for this?
That is exactly what I'm saying.
I am going into a meeting with a witness. You need to turn around and go home.
Just deal with this? Listen, I need you to track her down. She's got an uncle named Jerry who's got some property next to Topanga State Park. Can you do that?
Yeah, I can.
Don't let me down.
So now we come to mindfulness, which is simply being present in the mind at all times, being awake to what is happening both outside ourselves and inside ourselves. Is what we're experiencing compatible with knowing that everything is impermanent, that everything is always changing? Are we reaching out to grasp? Are we desiring? Or are we pushing away what we find? Are we becoming fearful, angry, or anxious? Mindfulness is constantly seeing what is and bringing ourselves into a truthful and accurate relationship with what is. It is the practice of finding balance and equanimity in every moment. Whatever you are doing, meditating, relating to another person, eating, driving, or just gazing out at the world, mindfulness can be practiced.
Can we talk?
Come on. Aaron, why are you here?
I missed you.
What do you mean?
I missed you.
I heard that, but what did you miss? What I'm trying to teach you? My winning personality? Or are you just trying to get in my pants because I told you no and you've never heard that before?
Well, I'm not sure exactly, but I suspect all of it.
Well, you can forget about my pants. And you haven't seen that much of my personality, and fortunately what you have seen hasn't been that great.
Well, maybe I need to be challenged.
Why?
Well, like you said, most of the time I get what I want. And people give in to me. And so that makes me expect that, which is not good. But at the same time, I'm used to getting what I want. And when I want something, I really want it. I don't want to not want something just because I want it. I mean, what sense does that make?
Well, let's go back to the very beginning. Do you want to be happy?
I'm pretty happy.
Well, why are you here? Why not be pretty happy at that fabulous house they rented for you? Call in some bimbos, hire a driver you like so you don't get arrested. Why are you here?
Well, maybe I'm not happy enough.
Well, do you see that you have some things that you might need to change?
Yeah. But it doesn't make much sense. Like, if I want 5 gallons of water, why do I pour out the 1 gallon I already have?
You do if it's polluted, if it's toxic.
Well, you think my life is toxic?
The judge does. And I'm sure some of the people in your life do too.
It doesn't feel toxic to me.
Really? What if when you'd hit that guy, he'd slipped and cracked his head on the curb and died? Or if you wiped out a family driving drunk? Would it feel toxic then?
Yeah, I guess it would.
Are you just waiting for that to happen?
Well, that's not gonna happen. I mean, come on, I do learn some lessons here and there.
Yeah?
Yeah. So I have a question for you.
Okay.
Have you learned anything from me?
Nothing good.
I mean, have you learned anything about yourself from me?
Such as?
No. I don't know, you seem to be thrown for a loop. You stomped out of my place. You got angry. I mean, where's the equanimity in that?
Remember the first day when I explained to you? Right understanding was understanding in your gut, in your heart. Well, I understand on some levels, but I don't understand all the way to the core of myself.
Okay.
And despite knowing better, you're a temptation.
Well, for what it's worth, I like you. I really do.
Until I don't give you what you want.
Well, I like you because you don't give me what I want.
Great. It's a fine relationship we can have.
Oh, so now it's a relationship you want.
Only if you were sane and somewhat enlightened, which you're not.
Well, so what if I work on it? I mean, maybe I want to be happier.
Or maybe you're just talking.
What do I have to do to show you that I'm sincere?
You don't have to show me anything. Do it for yourself.
Rachel. Rachel.
What?
I'm freezing.
Okay, you can come over, but don't even think about anything else.
Yeah.
Promise me.
Okay, I promise. I just want to say something. You know, the other day, when you said I wasn't taking you seriously.
Yeah?
I am now.
Aaron Redmond, are you in there? Don't make us come in there after you.
Yeah, I'm here. Oh, man, it's too early.
See those hands now.
Oh, come on, man, just give me a break. Hey, give me a minute, will you? Hey,
Are you gonna cooperate or not? Relax. Hey, get down on the ground. Wait, right there. Get down. Stay there.
Goddamn! You guys gonna pay for this? Oh, big time!
Aaron, stop it.
All right, I want to talk to my lawyer.
Oh, believe me, he knows all about it.
There are two types of meditation we practice. One is the one-pointed concentration we've discussed. You put your mind on a single thing, your breath, a mantra, a visual object like an image of the Buddha. This one-pointed concentration focuses the mind. The second type of meditation focuses the attention on what arises in the mind moment to moment. It requires the steadiness learned in the first type, but instead of narrowing the mind, it opens the mind to reality as it is. In this type of meditation, we find sensual experiences, thoughts and feelings arise. We note them, we explore their nature, and we pass through them without indulging them or batting them away. We steady the mind in the moment, whatever the moment is, and then find our way through it to the truth of impermanence, interconnection, and the illusion of separateness that resides in the ego. So with that, we'll begin, and I'll start with 3 rings and end with 1.
Yeah, sure. Come on. Gotta get everybody in though, right?
Sometimes when I'm meditating, I get these really good ideas for screenplays. Does that happen to you?
No.
Can I stop and write them down? Because they're like really good ideas. They're really worth something.
More than your happiness?
It's hard to say. It depends what they sell for.
I can't help you there.
Okay, well, something else. When I'm meditating, sometimes I get really horny.
Sometimes that happens.
Perfect.
Like you hit the bowl, it goes bong, and I'm like, do you know what I mean? I told my boyfriend about it. Now he wants to buy a bowl.
That's hilarious.
Okay, well, I'm gonna talk to you next week. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
This was a surprise.
Yeah, well, sorry about that. I hope I didn't disrupt too much.
If they remember one thing I said, I'll be amazed.
Yeah, well, I'll remember it.
I was wondering if I would hear from you once you cleared the legal system.
Oh, so that's a system, huh? Could have fooled me. But at least it gave me a chance to think about things. And I was in one of those isolation cells for a while. Not much to do in there. But the judge did let me have one of those little portable CD players and one CD. The talks you gave me. But that's not why I came here today. I wanted to see you. I'm not going to try to sweep you away or create some romantic fog. I'm not going to try to seduce you. I promise. I'm just here to say that, oh, maybe there's some way that we could try to hang out, you know, where it all doesn't go nuts, if you're willing. I'm not obsessed, and I'm not playing out some fantasy of, you know, how I can be all things to you, or you could, you know, solve my life. It's just that I really think we could give each other something.
You said, without it all going nuts.
Yeah.
What do you think the odds are?
I don't know. I thought about it a lot. And finally I gave up because there's just so much we can never know. Rachel, isn't this something that has to be tried? Oh, don't do that. It just makes me want to come over there and grab you. And if I did that, I'd just be putting the moves on you, and then I'm just that guy again.
We walk around in the usual way. We walk around and I don't have too much to say. Cross the bridge, take a left at the light. Cross the bridge and everything comes into sight. Tells the less that you know. It tells so much, but we know it's just for show. Afraid to look, cause I'm afraid what I'll find. What's out of sight isn't always out of mind. Afraid of what I'll find. Leave it all behind. Ease my weary mind. I want to feel what I feel when I'm feeling fine. Tease my weary mind. say